Good afternoon, everybody. My name is James Hills, and I'm the digital director here at Denises Cry, and you are watching the initial edition of Denises Cry Presents 5 at 5 on Fridays with Dr. B, Dr. Brandy Brooks, and Jimmy, yours truly, host of Java with Jimmy. Dr. B, this is our first 5 at 5 on Friday. So tell me a little bit about what folks can expect. I mean, I'm a part of it, but why don't you tell us what you can expect from us?
Yes. So, hey, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Dr. B, Dr. Brandy Brooks. I'm the Director of Operations for Denises Cry. I've been in the mental health, public health space for about 15 years now. And so what we'd like to do is every Friday at 5 p.m. for about 5 minutes, just come and check in with everyone. A mental health check-in, if you will, a mental health forecast, just 5 minutes to really just check in with one another, talk about different things, whether it's physical health or diet or finances or families and relationships, just really a quick check-in every week. So definitely be on the lookout for coming events.
I'm looking forward to it. So tell us a little bit about Denises Cry.
Yeah, sure. So for those of you who are new to this space and new to Denises Cry is a mental health organization that was founded by Toy Burton. And she founded Denises Cry after the suicide death of her sister, Denita Shayne Morris in 1985. And some years went by with Toy and her family trying to grapple with her sister's death and the loss of their loved one. And then around like 2017, Toy had been contacted by a friend who needed some resources. And so she was searching, trying to find resources for this friend. And she really just didn't see any resources where the the information spoke to her and spoke to the communities that she's used to, Dorchester, Roxbury, Mattapan, and other communities of color. And she said, you know what? I'm going to create something. And so literally that was the birth of Denises Cry back in 2017. It started decades ago with the death of her sister, but really came to fruition in 2017. And then, James and I got started our own different kind of stories of how we
Yours.
So mine is, and Toy will probably laugh at this, but we met at a suicide prevention conference and we were introduced to through a mutual colleague. And I went up to Toy and I'd actually heard of Denises Cry. But you know how people look at you like, you just saying that, like to make conversation? That's the look she gave me. She was like, yeah, sure, you've heard of Denises Cry. But I was like, no, I heard of your Easter egg hop that when we were in person was going to be at Franklin Park. And and then her whole demeanor changed. Like literally her face lit up and she was like, oh, you actually have heard of the organization. And literally the next thing she said is, so you help?
Listen, Toy will pull you in quickly. And Dr. Brandy, we're trying to stay within this 5 minutes to let folks know that if you come every Friday at 5, give us 5 minutes and you're going to get some tips and tricks around mental health. I have to squeeze mine in a couple of seconds and give it back to Dr. Brandy to close out. But I got involved because I was aware of when Lord, here I go again. When Toy did the mental health while being Black that was in person, and then the pandemic happened and I saw her on social media saying, oh, we may not be able to do it, And I'm like, well, this platform launched. I'm willing to host it here. And I mean, from there, that's all she wrote. And from hosting for Toy to now digital director. And then we love to know Toy because she is just really committed to making sure that mental health resources are available in our community. How can folks contact Denises Cry?
Yeah. So one of the things as we go forward is, again, we really want to communicate and hear from you. We want this to be a dialogue, even though it's virtual. And so what we'd love to do is for next week, if you could submit your story, like how did you come to be involved with Denises Cry, or how did you come to be involved in the mental health space? If you could share your story, you can write us, you could send an email or send a chat message through Facebook. Please contact us. Tell us your story. How did you get involved? You can send me an email at Brandy, BRANDY, .deedees, DEEDEES, cry @gmail.com. You can go on the Facebook page, share your story. How did you get involved with Denises Cry? Have you attended one of our events? How do you know us? And how did you get involved in this space? And we'd love to hear from you, because that's the whole point of this, is to check in with one another. And so we need to have that feedback from you.
Definitely. And we will be back next Friday at 5 p.m. We will be here with some tips and tricks, and Dr. Brandy is going to break a lot down for us. And we're just going to have a dialogue about mental health. So we're glad that you joined us for this quick check-in for the first 5 at 5 on Fridays, presented by Denises Cry. Thank you all so much. We'll be back next week at 5 p.m. Share this and follow Denises Cry's page. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.